So, about a week ago, there was a shooting. A man by the name of Jeremy Brown was involved in the shooting. Which he died, involving a mother and son tandem, so to speak. The story went: the mother had an altercation with the guy inside the restaurant. She texted her son to come in. Son came in and shot the guy. Later, it came out there were some other details that precipitate that happened before the
Mm.
boy came in and shot. Apparently, that man that the boy shot was punching his mother in the face.
Yeah.
And when he came in, he saw that he shot the dude in the back. Um, and then he shot him. Subsequently, he shot him a few more times. I don't know how many in the restaurant or how many in the parking lot, but it happened. The mother and son, I believe, left, and then they were arrested shortly after, charged with charged with murder. They were
Hmm.
being held. I think they spent maybe a weekend inside. Can't remember exactly how long they was in.
Yeah, that sound about
Y'all
right.
remember? Okay, yeah. So it was in for a minute, and then Cook County State's attorney decided to drop the charges due to lack of believing they will be able to bring a case that will result in charges to these individuals. There goes that princess palette.
Hey, nigga, how you gonna sleep with the goddamn lights on?
Hey, look, Princess Power Palette. You don't need to sleep, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so this week the charges were dropped because of the video that came out that showed that that man was punching that woman in the face, and it gave a little bit more credence or justification to that self-defense claim that was thrown out originally. Um Also, they just found that they didn't have enough to be able to bring a case to conviction. So they let him go. Um there's a lot of talk around that particular case on both sides. You have people that are coming down and saying that that woman was a horrible mother. How dare she allow her son to be in the position? Why would she put him in that? Now that woman, that man, that boy is scarred for life. That boy's a thug. He was just so ready to shoot. The guy who got murdered, he deserved it. Why would you put your hands on the woman? All those things are being said simultaneously. Am I covering them all? You heard anything different?
Yeah, sound about right.
Okay. Um, I'll ask you all to start off the conversation where you all come down on it. I'll give my answer first because I don't want to put y'all on the spot and I don't want to act like I be taking y'all answers neither. I'd have shot that motherfucker too
Yeah,
if I
I
saw
would
him
have.
hitting my mother.
I would
Period.
have.
Point blank.
Like, and that's what I said when I first heard the details. Like, Shorty would probably be charged because if they say that he shot him in the back, like especially when the beginning when the story was that he was running away when he shot him again.
Hey, not
Like,
just that. I just want to hear. I want to hear what you would have done. What
oh, I
would you
definitely
have
would have
done in
shot the
that
shit out that
situation?
nigga.
Okay, that's what I was trying to get. Yep. Yep.
I definitely would have shot the shit out that nigga. So, and
Hmm.
that's why I said that I don't blame him because I would have reacted the exact same way.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, I definitely get that. And like, there's no doubt about it. This nigga deserved to get shot. He was definitely in the fucking wrong. He definitely was. And and so, yeah, this was definitely caused completely by him and the chick that he was with.
Oh yeah, I left
Because
that part out. There was some also discussion about him being with another young lady inside that restaurant.
mhm,
Um, and the young lady he was with instigating for him to um attack that woman or get into a physical altercation with that woman, however you want to slice it.
mhm.
But that's also being said.
Yeah, and he should have been with a chick. Well, first of all, he's a piece of shit for actually for definitely for striking a female like that. Um special place reserved for motherfuckers like that. But you could tell, all right, not only should she have like calmed him down and talked him off the fucking ledge, definitely not instigated that shit. But from what I've heard of the video, because I refuse to watch the video, um, she was like extremely comfortable with the way that he hit her. So this wasn't her first time at all, I assume, seeing him strike a female.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like yeah, that the young would shout out to the shorty because it seems like he was the one with the coolest head in understanding the situation and the situation that and nobody should would be prepared for or would be ready to be thrown into, especially not a 14-year-old kid. Like that is definitely not a position that he should have been into, and I commend him for the way that he reacted in that situation.
Hell of a circumstance, hell of a predicament to be in. Again, I think he acted in the exact way that I would have acted, and you saying you would have acted in the very same way. When a man with no name get back to it, I want to know how he would have reacted. I think that he would say that he would have probably reacted similarly.
Yeah.
hmm I'm waiting on him to put a shirt on so we can fight about this shit because we talked about it earlier today. I'm just trying to wait. I'm not trying to spoil it for the people in the show, but we definitely had a difference of opinion on this situation, and I was just waiting for him to chime in and start to engage.
Mm. And you all have a difference in opinion in this situation.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so I was okay with the charges being dropped,
Hmm.
and I'm under the stance that there was no crime committed, and if you thought there was a crime committed, it'd be very difficult to prove that there was a crime in terms of like a murder or getting the conviction because most people are gonna say that a reasonable person would have acted in the exact same way.
Hmm.
Regardless of I know some information that was saying that well she texted for the boy to come back in and do that. So that was premeditated and that so that made elevated it to a murder charge and made it separate than a self-defense charge. I don't think that flies in court. I really don't. I don't think that one is going to hold up when you sitting there being judged by a jury of your peers and the lawyer, that prosecutor, want to get up there and say, he put the tape. He put the bullet in the man back. Go to jail immediately. Nah, it's it's gonna be hard to convict that just because of the circumstances that everybody's gonna be able to see. That tape, that grown man punching that woman in the face repeatedly, then getting shot. It is what it is. Now I can remove myself from the situation and identify um, instances along the way in which this entire situation should have been avoided by what I would deem adults in a situation that could have de-escalated this to the point where nobody had to lose their life.
Mm.
Um, I think that we don't often weigh the consequences of our actions, even if we're not the person that had the ultimate, uh, ultimate payment, ultimate debt, the motherfucker that died. I think that woman is gonna walk away fully justified in the way that she acted. I think that'll be a mistake. I think that if she would look at that situation with a clearer head, she can identify points in which she could have walked away from it, and maybe you lose face. Maybe a motherfucker says something to the back of your head while you leaving, but you don't get into an altercation where a motherfucker loses their life. And I know you're not the one that came in on the short end of the stick in this instance, but that mentality is not one that every time you in that predicament, you gonna come out on top. That motherfucker could have pulled out a gun and shot your ass. That motherfucker could have
nigga's
got
dead.
shot in the back, pulled out, turned around, and hit your kid.
That nigga's
Because that
dead.
happens too. Motherfuckers don't just die automatically. He could have been with somebody that let off on your son after your son let off on him. There's all types of potentiality for some shit to happen because motherfuckers want to get in this stance of ain't gonna be no punk.
Mm-hmm.
She just
And we
forced
got
her
and we
son
got
to kill somebody. That boy got to go to sleep for the rest of his life.
Yeah,
She
that's
didn't
gonna be a
come out on
motherfucker.
top. She didn't come out on top. That was my. You said she came out on top. She didn't come
I
out.
mean, what I was saying was not come out on. I mean, come out on top in terms of you're not the one that died, and people can confuse that. Well, it all ended up good for me, without understanding the ramifications of those actions. That boy got to go to sleep every night, and he might see that motherfucker every time he blink his eye.
Mm-hmm.
You never know.
For the rest of his life, that boy got to sleep every night, 365 days a year.
He got to see that shit.
Yep.
I mean, he may be a sociopath. We don't know. But if
we don't know these people. We just speaking in generalities.
If we just
Who the
speaking
fuck
in
want to carry that
generality,
weight?
that's gonna fuck with a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
We just speaking in, frankly, the average motherfucker wouldn't be able to live with that to the point where they may kill themselves.
Yeah, because that is a lot for somebody to deal with, especially a 14-year-old, that, for all intents and purposes, ain't about that shit. Like, this
And
is an honor
then,
roll kid.
not just an honor roll kid, but an actor.
Yeah.
So you
He
may
was in the
not
show.
know his real emotions for the next 20 years. He's already an actor. He was featured on The Shy. He was a featured actor on The Shy. Somebody's child. That was a reoccurring thing. I mean, he's since grown, but he was someone's child that was a reoccurring role on The Shy. So, shit, this bitch may not, I mean, this woman may not ever know if he's handling it adequately. He's a trained thespian.
And those are the consequences that we don't see, we don't look at, we don't know. Like I was saying, dude had plenty of opportunity to not do the shit that he did. It's very easy to not put your hands on the motherfucker.
It is ridiculously easy to keep your fucking hands to yourself.
Look, yeah, all right. I'm glad I unmuted in the right conversation. Can we have the real conversation though? At what point do men get some relief? Like, I understand motherfuckers want to. Can we have a real conversation?
I'm with you. Say your
we're
shit.
not finna just say, well, it's easy to keep your hands to yourself. Some mental anguish is more torture than physical. The jail of jail is solitary confinement.
Mm-hmm.
So mental punishment in most instances will get you the death penalty. Psychological warfare will get you the death penalty. Shooting somebody doesn't automatically do that. Psychological warfare does. So
do you think? No, go ahead. My bad.
No, I just want to steer society away from saying it's easy to walk away from some shit. No, it isn't. It's easy for cowards to walk away from some shit. But men who have a backbone and a heart. Now, it's a rare instance where a person has control over both of those. That is a top level intellect person. So we're not.
Look at how you position it. Look at how you position it, and it fosters that mentality. What you said was the ability to walk away is the mark of a coward. That's crazy.
No, I didn't say that.
What'd you say?
I say that ethic is the statement of a coward. The ability to walk away, many people don't possess that. But when you say, oh, it's easy to walk away, that's a coward's tongue. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying it's easy to walk away, and I'm not a coward, fam. I'm telling you that it is easy to
walk away.
It's easy to keep your hands to yourself.
No,
it's easy to walk away. It definitely is.
No, it isn't. No,
It is. It's easier than dealing with the other shit. It's got to be.
Oh, it's easier than dealing with the ramifications.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easier than the shit you're going through.
All right.
See, that's what we have to keep it in context. It's easier than going to jail forever, but it's not easier than not punching this bitch in her face. It's not easier than that. And we want to act like that's what I'm saying. We want to do these psychological games, like, oh, it's easy to walk away.
But we gotta always be psychological. We should know that our actions carry a weight but we act like we don't know it when we just then that should make it easy for you to be like, nah, I ain't finna do that shit.
No, it shouldn't.
Yes, that should make it knowing the ramifications of your actions should make your decision easy.
No, it takes a high level intellect to discern that. It takes a high level intellect to discern that.
Hey, look, man, you making this trigonometry.
It don't take that much sense to know that if I follow this path, like this is some bullshit, but I know if I follow this path and react to it, then the consequences of this reaction is gonna be way worse than the situation that I'm dealing with.
Boy, in his mind, all it was a fight with a woman. No, that wasn't. He wasn't sitting there listing the thousands of things that could happen to him, like the roof fall on his head or he gets struck by lightning. I punch woman, woman punch me. That was all he thought. Not that somebody could slide out of the window. No, like the fact that we acting like being mentally anguished is just some run-of-the-mill shit that you can fucking walk away from. Like,
look,
he shouldn't be.
I'm not giving him mental anguish points for getting into an altercation at a fucking
Maxwell
fucking rib joint. Chicken shack.
First of all, Maxwell does not have ribs.
I don't know what the fuck was that. I really don't.
I was shocked that them motherfuckers had slices of pizza.
Here's the thing. I've been the antagonist in many situations. Many a situation. Now, many times, not many, if any, did I give that person time to get the fuck out of my face. Now, many have I asked them to stop talking to me. Now, many times have I asked them to, if I had intended on harming, now many a time have I said, lady, get your food and leave. So let's not fucking Cyrano de Bergerac this big poetic ass story. Let's use the context and make some logical leaps.
I would like to know what drove him to say that to her. I mean, it'd be nice to hear the rest of that conversation, but at no point do I fathom anything that could be said resulting in him actually taking his fist and hitting her in the face.
Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. And you
that don't give you the right to do that dumb shit.
Okay, we can.
What do you think? Who do you think you are? You can tell
a nigga that punches people in the face.
They have to start talking to you, or you gonna put your fist on them.
And that makes sense to you. People in the face that won't stop talking to me after I ask them to stop talking to me. I'm a nigga who uses it in practice. I'm a nigga who punches people in the face who won't stop talking to me. I just don't do it to women. That's who I am. I'm a nigga that punches people in the face because they won't stop talking to me.
Bam. Not a good way to move around about freely in life.
It is when you can back it the fuck up. He just couldn't back it up.
He did back it up. He punched her dead in the face.
And he got
shot. Then he got dead. And then he got dead. Then he got dead.
What I do is keep my head on a motherfucking swivel. When his mama would have been hit with them shells before me.
Man, Joe.
I'd have pip and turned up.
Hey, look. Again, that sound cool until we rewind this motherfucker back and you tell us that you got shot 17 times on 9 different occasions and motherfucker.
I'm still here.
Luckily. Take it as the gift it is, and not as some shit that was supposed to happen.
Take it as the son. You shouldn't just shoot people because they may turn around and shoot your ass.
I'm with that.
I'm a testament to what you were talking about.
I'm with that also. I also said that. Yes, because you never know who the fuck.
People don't die. everybody doesn't die all of the time. So
They don't.
yes, I'm a testament to that.
Mm.
I'm a you beater. I
Hey,
won't
look,
beat
hold on,
nobody
hold
other
on,
people but you.
hold on. Because if Cora's a woman,
What?
they said you must be a woman beater.
Yes,
You said I'm a you
whoever
beater.
that is beater. Because
But
I've
what if it's a
already said
woman?
4 times that I
But
never done
what?
it to a
But what if
woman.
it's a
So
what? But if it's a woman,
no, that
then
doesn't make. No, I could beat
then
up
now
one
they're
bitch.
right.
I could beat up one bitch and not be a woman beater.
Hey,
You know,
look,
I
man.
could
Hey,
beat up
look.
one
I
bitch and
think.
not be a woman beater.
Hey, look. I think
I got to beat
women.
up
I
at
think
least 2
women
bitches to
beating.
be a woman beater.
I think.
I'm
Hey,
just a
look.
Kyra beater.
Hey, look. Let me get the question out.
Oh,
How close is woman beating to dick sucking on the scale of absolutism? Build a million bridges. One
only Ike
penis.
Turner. Only Ike Turner.
Okay. All right. I was just asking. That was just.
Right. See, people need to stop doing that. People not to just motherfucker. I said literally, I've never done it to a woman. I don't do it to a woman. This motherfucker first day, you must be a woman beater. Why? Because you want to create some weird ass narrative instead of having an intellectual exchange. That's lowbrow. That's very, very lowbrow. So yes, he should have had his head on a swivel if he was gonna pack a bitch up. But people, not just men, people shouldn't have to stand there and deal with antagonization. That just because we live in this don't put your hands on me if I don't put my hands on you society. No, don't put your mental anguish on me if I ain't put no mental anguish on you.
Hey, look. And then we're gonna be in a world of a bunch of safe space bullshit.
Huh?
Everybody has a version of mental anguish that they deem to be a bridge too far for you to step.
And that's
I
why
watched
people
the mother.
get beat up.
Hey,
I'm not
hey, look,
insinuating everybody shut up.
fam. You talking about beat up, but everybody got guns now. Some motherfuckers might just shoot you and just
Yeah,
be
people
done with
go
it.
to
I don't want
jail.
to get shot. What I'm gonna say, hey, look, what I'm gonna say is this. When you do that, then you run that. I saw a town hall meeting, and I think I sent it to the chat. I'm not sure, but and they chopped it up, so I don't. It couldn't have been this bad, but it may have been this bad. But they chopped it up. Every 2 seconds, somebody was getting up on the mic and said, excuse me. It triggers my anxiety when people clap for things as support. So instead of clapping, can we all just do our hands like this? And then the motherfucker on the mic, excuse me. I have sensory overload disorder. And when people do this with their hands, it's too much of a visual acuity to me. So if you would, and it kept going with everybody's individual perceived or individual realized slight or oppression in the meeting. Everybody had to try to attend to everybody's little special fucking need, in which all we really need to do is just as a society understand that there are certain lines that you just can't uncross. Put your hands on me, then there's a problem. Say all the words you want to. This is
You
the
don't get
country
to
we live
choose
in,
that.
fam. It's America.
You don't get to choose that for us.
I don't get to choose it for you, but the law does. And they say, don't give a fuck what they said. It's what you do. That's the law, fam.
Until you say fire in a crowded movie theater.
I don't know how illegal that actually is, to tell you the
It's
truth.
very illegal.
I don't know.
Until
You
you
go on the
call in
internet.
a bomb threat.
Hey, look, you go on the internet and you start looking up that fire in the crowded movie theater thing, and you might find out that it's not literally
till you
that.
call in a
I
bomb
don't
threat.
know. Hey, look, I'm not calling
So
the bomb
words
threat
you
anything,
say
but that's an
can't get
actual
you
threat.
fucked up. Words you say can't get you incarcerated. So again, words you say can't get you incarcerated. No physical action, just words.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Abide by that. I'm not going to try to talk your 40-plus-year-old ass off this path that you on. You've been on it for 40-something years. You're going to be you. I'm not going to try to make you not be you. You know where I stand on the situation.
But see, I think there's a circumstance that could make you change that, though. I don't know what it is. I don't want to talk about it.
Life is not black and white. It's most shades. It's mostly shades of gray. I'm fully aware of that. I'm on that side.
I want to go into the gray area. I want to go.
Hey, look, give me the scenarios. I'm gonna tell you.
I can't. You're just gonna duck and dodge. You have to give me the scenario because you're gonna duck. I'm not gonna guess what's gonna comport you to the situation I'm asking. That's what you always.
That's what makes the game fun. That what makes the game fun.
No, it don't.
That's what makes the game fun. Finding your limit. What is your limit? What is your I had all I can stand and can't stand no more moment? I mean, that's the thing.
No, because it feels like you being disingenuous and evasive, and I don't want to feel that.
I'm not though.
I just rather you just tell me.
I'm not though. There is probably something that you can say to me that it will cause me to get physical with you.
I mean, I don't even think it has to be what I'm saying. A motherfucker just right by you.
No, I'm not gonna. Fam,
no, if they do it,
I'm gonna just leave, fam. I'm not gonna put my hands on the motherfucker at Walmart because they being annoying.
Follow you. What if they follow you? What if
follow me? I don't give a fuck.
What if you're not in a position to leave?
Hey, look. I think you talking to the wrong person. I have a temperament in which my job. Hey, look, listen, motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you. I have a job in which my temperament is to deal with irrational individuals that try to prod you into doing stupid things all the time. And you have to be smart enough to know that this is a child and they're stupid. So you don't be stupid because they're being stupid.
So what if in a full-grown adult, y'all snowed into a fucking airport and a full-grown adult is following you through the airport for the 5 days you're there, in your face, this close. You get to the bathroom, you go to the stall, you can get away from him for those times. But as soon as you walk out of that motherfucker, he comes right back in your face, never touching you, just going.
Hey, look. If you come that close to my face, yeah, all right, cool. For 5 days, I might hook off on you.
There you go. That's all.
Satisfied? I don't know what to tell you. All right, cool. You got it. You found it. I told you. I told you could find it. I'm not gonna sit here and down no dumbass hill. I'm not. Hey, look. I'm not gonna down no dumbass Mark Lamont Hill. And tell you that a man can have a baby, fam.
I didn't want to guess. I want you to tell me because we all have our limits. It shouldn't be a guessing game. We should be able to have an equal exchange. So then we can have a conversation about since that's your limit, why do you get to set one for another man? Since you clearly have a limit.
I don't set it. Society sets it, fam. And I'm telling you the parameters in which which you're supposed to operate. That's it. That's all. These aren't my rules.
Oh, so you're talking strictly from a legal aspect, not an aspect of that. You're talking strictly legal, not moral.
I'm talking morally as well, fam.
So if a nigga follows you for 5 days and did that, you are morally wrong.
No. 5 days. You rejected the parameters to which I think that most people reasonably would say hook off on that motherfucker.
You don't get to depict what makes someone hook off on someone else.
Hey, look, I'm telling you what I think the general society would be agreeable with. All we're doing is trying to ascertain what most reasonable people would do. You want to get this into some unreasonable ass, extra ass conversation?
I'm not trying to ascertain what reasonable people would do because I don't believe most of these motherfuckers is reasonable. So I'm trying to ascertain if there's a place for this in society, then cool. I'm gonna decide my own levels. So if there is a place,
most reasonable people, not most people, most reasonable people, not most people.
Most people who are deemed reasonable. I don't believe that Congress has our best interest at heart, even though they are deemed to have our best interest at heart. So I don't believe most of the people that we accrue as reasonable people are actually reasonable people.
Cool. Show opinion.
Yeah.
Can't knock you for that. I don't know what to tell you.
Shit. I just wanted to rant about how motherfuckers ain't gonna be in people's faces. I don't give a fuck how poetic we want to make this shit. Motherfuckers shan't fucking just antagonize a motherfucker. Be it vocally, be it acoustically, be it Putin in the elevator and just won't stop shitting on yourself in the elevator. You just shouldn't accost people. Like you just shouldn't accost people. And just because you touching because I'm big and you small. So the little motherfuckers have agreed because it's way more little motherfuckers than it's big. Because that's what makes people big is that we are abnormal. So the little motherfuckers get together and say, "Oh, that punching shit is off limits," because we kept taking y'all cookies. No, fuck no.
I think mostly they got slingshots and took you motherfuckers down. I don't know what to tell you.
Nope.
I think little people run the world. I think
One
little
nigga
people
got
run the
one
world.
lucky shot.
That's why that shit is an allegory. That's why you didn't hear about that shit again until Mickey Mouse.
One nigga got one lucky shot. All of a sudden, it's in the goddamn book.
I don't know what to tell you, but history will inform you that the biggest motherfuckers are not the leaders or the rulers of the society.
Huh? Society won't teach you that shit. Society.
It does though. It does though. The world increasingly grew. The world increasingly went from that to something else.
Because they had to make laws because big niggas wasn't never getting out of style.
Hey, look, cool. So say the thing that I'm saying is right while arguing that it's wrong. Cool.
No. Say the thing that you tried to get to imply something else is wrong. That's what the fuck I did. You tried
little niggas took over.
Two things.
Little niggas took over. The least strong motherfuckers. It used to be. I didn't need money. It used to be I wore a big ass lion's pelt on my back, and that let you know I was the baddest motherfucker around here, and also that I'm a provider, as evidenced by me being able to kill big ass dumb ass lions. And them little motherfuckers over there don't have no big lion heads on their back. They ain't got none of that shit. So they don't have no currency. That used to be the currency of the world. My big dumbass lion pelt. And then the currency changed to a little bitty coin that another motherfucker could gather without having to go kill some fucking lions and shit. And then they got to be in power by using coinage and things like that and getting big motherfuckers to go do big motherfucker shit, punch, scrap, kill, shoot, while they sit their happy ass over there in charge of the shit.
But you're
running it and dictating what happens based on.
You're conflating that as
I know I'm conflating. Call it what you want to call it, fam.
Yes, you're conflating that it's a better system because it's the one in place.
No, I didn't say it was better. I just said it is what it is. I'm not implying it's better. I'm definitely just labeling shit that is. I'm not saying it's better. I've been on record as saying that the society was much better off without the need of currency. Motherfuckers should have to stand on their own too and be able to do things.
So why the fuck did you just never mind?
What do
you brought that up as an opposition to my statement?
No, I'm saying that your mind state is not conducive to which in which the society in which you live. Your mind state is not conducive to the size to the society in which you live. That's what I'm saying, brother.
Oh well, we both knew that. Hey, which one of you motherfuckers? Y'all look like y'all got a.
Look like got a who?
He muted himself while he was talking.
Yeah, he did. He cut himself short.
Oh no. Yeah, you had anything to add to that particular conversation that I thought we was talking about?
No, not really. Like, I spoke One Piece. Like, yeah, he definitely. Motherfuckers need to keep their goddamn hands to themselves. Motherfuckers also need to not antagonize people. But yeah, we could both agree. And that keep your hands to yourself. Leave motherfuckers alone. Stop fucking with people.
That would be great. Stop fucking with people. That would be lovely. That'd be nice.
But yeah, it's good that Shorty's out. That they both out.
So I'm not. Is what do you do to people who won't stop fucking with you?
Hey, look, my thing is leave, man. If you can't leave, then tell them to stop. If it's that deep and you feel the need to physically remove them from your presence, then hey, look, do what you need to do to make it home. to feel as safe as you need to be. But understand that in doing so, you will be assessed for it.
Okay.
Now,
Now that I'm comfortable with.
was it worth doing it is the question you got to ask yourself when you
Hindsight
could
is
potentially be
2020.
sitting in that cell. That's all I'm
Hindsight is
saying.
2020. Was it worth it in the moment? Yes.
Yeah,
Until he
yeah,
died.
but sometimes we don't always got to be hindsightedly looking at shit. We can look at some shit and see, man, that ain't the way to go.
Stop.
That's all I'm saying. Ooh, that'd be dumb. Ooh, you saying some shit, bitch. I want to clean your clock, but
He looked at a waistband. Oh, she don't have a purse on. It don't look like she got a gun in the waistband. Pip, 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 pip. He thought he assessed that. He didn't know she came with a crew.
no. I mean, assess the situation. Like, if I hit you, I can go to jail. I can lose things. I have daughters. I have a motherfucker. I'm trying to get some pussy tonight, and if I beat this bitch ass, hey, look, even if I don't go to jail for the rest of my life and nobody shoots me or nothing like that, when the police get here, now I got to answer questions for 2.5 hours. I don't want to do that.
Will y'all allow me to play?
That ain't worth it.
Will y'all allow
At
me
a
to
point,
play?
at a point, we got to start doing the calculus and being like, that ain't worth it. It's just not worth it.
Well, will y'all allow me to play them land of make believe for 1 second?
So,
what? Before I enter into my deductive reasoning, what? Let's all get firm. What did you hear? What did you hear concretely? What could you hear from the videos?
Oh, I couldn't hear shit from the videos, other than the dude saying the shit that we heard. Say something else, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
So you didn't hear "get in the car"? Bitch, who get in the car?
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
All right, get in the car. Bitch, who get in the car? Then you didn't hear he walked in here asking who was in line. Bitch, get your food and leave. Did you hear that?
No. I told you only thing. I told you all the audio I heard.
Was what?
Say something else, I'm knocking you the fuck. That's why I picked up on it. And it ended right. It ended in the punches and the other mother, oh shit, woo. And then I saw surveillance video and no audio. So I don't know nothing else.
No,
I'm just giving you
there's an entire video of him trying to get that bitch to get her food and leave. Get your food and leave. Get your food and leave. And so she's trying to explain why him and her are arguing to someone else behind him. And it sounded like she said he walked in here. It just feels like that he walked in there on some this my neighborhood shit. And you in line. And she just didn't like it. That's what it felt like. I said, can I make some logical, deductive reasoning leaps based on the context of what happened? Now I see this nigga rolling his eyes and shit. That's it. I'm responding to that. But yeah. So the fuck it again, making deductive reasoning based on the 3 or 4 videos that I've seen. So it sounded like she didn't like how cavalier he came in there. It sounded like he may have walked to the front of the line. Just take Taurus's on 85th and Stony Island, mind you. You walk in there, you don't know who's been in the line and who's not. You don't know. So you go stand in the line, and then some lady 3 people back be like, no, the line start back here. So we've all had that interaction before.
Yeah.
No, you've never.
I'm with you. I don't know.
We've all had that interaction before.
I've had a motherfucker. I've been on the side of the
both ends of that.
Yeah.
I've walked in front of people and I've had people walk in front of me, but it was both an accident in both scenarios. Mm-hmm. I've never had it sprawl out to a fist fight.
Right.
I can see an area where it would. I can see how between a rock, unstoppable force and an immovable object, I can see how it would. If an unstoppable force ran into an immovable object, a line start back here. Damn, baby, I've seen that.
Why you all angsty and shit?
And then the bitch don't back down. Then the nigga turn up. Well, bitch, I've seen that. I've seen
Hey,
that
look,
a lot.
I'm on board. I fully think that that's kind of what happened. I'm
I
not
think
necessarily
that's
saying
what
it's the
happened.
actual scenario, but somebody said something, somebody else said something back, and it just became a nigga moment based
A
off of
nigga
some
moment, right?
dumbass, some dumb shit.
Some dumb
I'm with
shit.
you. I'm fully with you.
But I don't think he came in there. Yeah, let's celebrate him losing his life because he punched a woman. No, I don't think that's the case. And that's what I'm hearing from most people, not you guys. That's what I'm hearing from most people. Yes, let's celebrate this man having a nigga moment because he died. Let's celebrate it. When it might not have been as simple as him having a nigga moment. He may have been doing his best to curtail a nigga moment and
Hey,
got
look.
bit by the nigga bug. Because for
Hey,
the
look. Hey, look,
majority
Mike.
of
Hey,
the
look,
video
Mike.
I saw, he was trying to curtail the nigga moment. Lady, get your food and leave.
Hey,
Lady,
fam.
get your
You can't
food and
curtail the nigga
leave.
moment by engaging in the niggadry of the moment.
Again,
You can't. You just can't.
I've seen many people not be smart enough to understand that concept. I've seen people engage in that very thing. Lady, just get your food and leave. And then this is the only time where it helps when the whole rest of the restaurant go, come on, now you holding us up. Now the line get pissed off because she was at the front of the line, pop, 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 pop it. And he, lady, get your food and leave. So again, I'm making a logical assertion from his tone, but the line stands. Me being in many of a Chicago restaurant, her food was probably sitting right there. And now she needs to have the engagement because she a hoe if she leave. And he told her to leave. And she's a conceal and carry. And she's a conceal. And I got a gun. I ain't going nowhere, nigga. Lady, get your food and leave. So now she turned from him to now he want to come in the line and he say something else. I'm gonna hit you. Say something else. So he did his best. His best.
Hey, look,
His
that's not
best.
doing your
Not
best, fam.
the best.
Again,
His
at
best.
no moment do you get to hook off on her.
Again, I disagree.
I know we do. I know. Hey,
The only
look.
reason I say he don't get to hook off on
I've
her
been
is
at
because it
the
was a
us
her.
disagreeing.
The only reason he don't get to hook off on her is because it was a her, in my opinion.
Hey, look.
That's
To
the
you,
only
you
pause
don't
I
get to
have
hook
for what
off
he did.
on nobody
No, you get to hook off on
for the
men.
case that you just made.
You get to hook off on
You
men.
don't just get to hook off on a nigga.
Oh yeah, you just do get to hook off on men. I don't think anybody would have had a problem of the scenario I just said, and he hooked off on a man. Nobody. The only
Hey,
pause
look.
I have in this situation is that he did it to a fucking lady.
Hey, look. Everybody flipped their stance on this situation after the other video came out. Everybody was sitting there like, how dare she? She's a horrible
So you
mother.
know there's
Oh my
another
God.
video. You
Because
didn't
they
go
had an
watch the
argument. They shot that man. Oh my gosh. Now, if it just stayed at him using his words, he would still be a victim today. If he had just used his words, everybody would remain sympathetic to that individual because words. The moment everybody saw him put his fist in her face, done with.
No,
Over.
fam. They saw him fist in her face first.
Nah, I didn't, at least. I don't know to tell you. The first thing I saw was the surveillance video shit and
Of
the
him
narrative
punching
that
her
she
with no
told that boy to
sound.
come in and do that. And all I heard was that they had an argument. There was an argument, and I'm thinking it's just words. Why do guns get involved when words come out? That don't make no sense. Then to see him punching her, ooh, all right, I get why the gun came out now.
Oh, you from Tennessee?
Now the whole narrative flipped. Now everybody is sitting there like, yeah, oh, buddy, act up. Buddy, fuck around and find out was the sentiment I saw after the second part of that video came out. Fuck around, find out. Or motherfucker went in for a burger, came out with wings.